The stale air of my apartment did little to soothe the gnawing unease that had settled in my stomach. It was a familiar feeling, one I'd learned to associate with the aftermath of something off. Last night, I defied my usual hermit tendencies, agreeing to meet friends at a lively brewery. My reliance on an Uber, a decision I'd applauded at the time, would become a crucial detail in the unfolding strangeness. My friend had brought someone new, a stranger to our group. He gravitated towards me, his attention a persistent hum that soon curdled into something more unsettling. Every attempt to engage him in group conversation was met with his subtle, yet insistent, nudges to step away, to find a more private corner. My stomach clenched. My gut, usually a reliable compass, was screaming. Even my friends noticed, interjecting their own polite rebuffs to his advances. As the night wound down, around 11, I summoned my Uber. Stepping out of the brewery, a beacon of light in the bustling street, I felt a flicker of relief. Then he was there, materializing from the shadows as if summoned. He blocked my path, his smile a tight, unnerving thing. He pressed, his voice a low murmur, urging me to walk him to his car, to let him drive me home. Each polite refusal, each firm no, seemed to be met with renewed pressure. My Uber arrived with an almost supernatural promptness, a swift escape. Even the driver, a seasoned professional I suspected, shot him a wary glance as we pulled away. The next day, the lingering unease clung to me. I found myself replaying the encounter, the sheer persistence of the man, his inability to accept rejection. He wasn't just pushy. There was an undercurrent, something primal and unsettling that made the hairs on my neck prickle. Later that evening, a notification flashed on my phone. It was a friend linking to a local online forum. The title, stark and chilling, read, "The Man Who Doesn't Take No." My blood ran cold. The description detailed a series of unsettling encounters with a man matching the stranger's description. A man who seemed to possess an unnerving ability to appear wherever and whenever he was least wanted. The details were chillingly similar: the persistent pursuit, the refusal to accept boundaries, the almost supernatural way he seemed to anticipate his victim's movements. One account spoke of a strange, almost hypnotic pull, a feeling of being drawn to the man against one's own will. A shiver traced its way down my spine. He hadn't just been persistent, he had been something else. Something that preyed on vulnerability, that twisted a simple no into a challenge. I scrolled further, my hands trembling. The posts painted a disturbing pattern, a string of women who had felt his unwelcome attention, who had experienced the same suffocating pressure. The brewery encounter, my gut feeling, the Uber driver's unease, it all clicked into a terrifying mosaic. He wasn't just a creepy guy. He was a predator who fed on fear, and I had narrowly escaped his grasp. The world felt a little colder, a little more dangerous, now that I knew the true nature of the man who refused to take no for an answer. Hello, viewers, and welcome back to the Aqeela Files. You thought you were safe. You thought you could just scroll by. You're wrong. Because the man who doesn't take no for an answer, he's still out there, and he's always looking for a new challenge. Subscribe now before he finds you.